Sanctuary neighborhood in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, is exactly what it sounds like. It's a small residential enclave of nice homes with golf carts and boats in the driveway. But on the night of February 16th, 2022, Sanctuary was anything but that for Jared Bridegan. Instead, Sanctuary Boulevard South was the site of his execution. Jared had just dropped off 2 children that he shared with his ex-wife, Shanna Gardner, at her home at Marsh Inlet, about 2.5 miles north of what would be the site of his death. His ex-wife, Miss Gardner, lived there with her new husband, this defendant, Mario Fernandez. Jared dropped his children off and was on his way home to Nocatee, where he lived with his new wife, Kirsten Bridegan, and their 2 daughters. One of his daughters, 2-year-old Bexley Bridegan, was in the car with him. Minutes after he left Miss Gardner's children safely at her home, he reached Sanctuary Boulevard South, where a tire was laying in the road. A dark residential road surrounded on either side by trees with 2 high curbs on each side, one way south, a tree line, and one way north. He put his vehicle in park, put on his flashers, and got out of his car to move the tire. A figure from the darkness stepped out with a firearm and fired 4 10-millimeter bullets, 2 of which went into the vehicle, the passenger compartment, inches from where 2-year-old Bexley Bridegan was strapped in her car seat. 2 of those bullets went into Jared Bridegan, and he ended up face down on the pavement of that cold, dark road. He lay there, and Bexley Bridegan remained strapped in her car seat, a seat designed to keep her safe, now held her, unable to move, for nearly 7 minutes until anybody arrived. Due to his injuries, Jared could not get up and he could not reach her. Every parent's worst nightmare: to die not knowing if any of those bullets had hit his daughter, to die not knowing if she was safe. The person who shot Jared disappeared into the night. There were no witnesses other than Bexley. Nothing. 7 minutes after those gunshots, vehicles started to back up behind Jared's stopped vehicle. 2 people, Shane Borgia and Janelle Cruz, happened to be passing through the area. They got out of their vehicle and walked up to Jared's car with its driver's door open and his flashers on. Shane saw the car, the flashers, and Jared laying face down on the asphalt. Thought it could be a car accident until he saw all the blood and until he saw Bexley in her car seat. He unbuckled her, pulled her out, took her to Janelle. Despite being only 2.5, Bexley was an articulate and intelligent child. Despite it being a warm night for February, she was shaking. She told Janelle, "Something happened to my daddy. I heard loud booms. My daddy's hurt. My daddy's on the ground." She asked, "Are the police going to help my daddy?" Well, police arrived, and unfortunately, they could give Jared no help. Shortly before 8 p.m. on February 16th, Jared Bridegan died face down on that asphalt at Sanctuary Boulevard. Not from a car accident, but from a premeditated murder. A targeted ambush, a planned tactical ambush with a tire in the road in a dark place where no one would see and no one would know and no one would trace it back to those responsible. For one purpose: to kill Jared Bridegan, a killer in the darkness who was picked, hired, solicited, for that purpose. And then to disappear into the night. No trace he was ever there. No link to Jared other than being the last person he ever saw on earth. And no trail back to the people who planned and financed Jared's killing. The architects of Jared Bridegan's murder intended it to be the perfect crime. And it almost was.